Welcome. I had my
Foley work.
I had my juice box.
Then I made them have to tinkle, so then now we're ready.
It's so much how
Classic podcasting.
it's so much how much I talk to you whenever I come over to these days. 'Cause
We've had productive days of chatting.
Very productive day, but we fucking stop it. We record. We had like 3 real life podcasts over the course of recording.
And you said you didn't want to do an actual
On-air podcast.
Fucking lying piece of shit.
Yeah, what?
Nothing.
I can't tell. I couldn't possibly tell people I have a 5th podcast. It'll ruin me. It'll ruin me. I do 2 with you, 1 with my black friends, and 1 where I'm a spiffy radio DJ. Dude, my mind's I torment myself every day. I go, I should try it. I should try a new skill.
Should this be content?
Should this be content? Should I learn a completely different skill that people learn when they were children? This topic today is an interesting one.
I fucked up.
Because see, this is why you and me are on the same wavelength. Because I don't know if I fucked up. I don't know how to answer this question because I wasn't thinking about it when we approached the topic. So just to clarify, because we may title it something different than we were planning on titling it.
We may do a different show.
We may just Drag the Lake is ending. No. Because originally we were gonna like dream pop band because I was like that'll be fun. We'll listen to pop music, and then I was just like. Oh yeah,
these are session musicians.
Yeah. Oh, they all get their. I wasn't thinking. I knew the answer to this.
The same 4 guys,
and I was just like, oh yeah, they all get. It's just random hot people that get songs written for them. Yeah. And I was like, whoever wrote.
None of them are talented.
Whoever wrote the NSYNC album, I kind of fucked with. Yeah, that guy.
The fat guy that was always human trafficking them.
He should. Yeah,
I liked him.
He should write for another hot kid that got molested.
Yeah, mine's Backstreet Boys. His is NSYNC. We're moving on.
You know what was funny?
There's no such thing as a pop band anymore. I don't. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking like Maroon 5, but then I was like, I don't know. I think just Maroon 5.
Yeah,
like that would be a good band.
Well, I was like, I looked up one playlist and I was like, band. Do the Killers count? Can I just say the Killers?
Yeah, I don't like. I don't. I'll admit most of like the other 2 bands we created. I got to tell you, I hated this one. I hated this because I was like, I guess I'll finally use Dave Grohl on drums. I was like, he's like a rock guy.
I had the least amount. Well, you know what it was? I got a lot more insight on life.
Yeah.
But on life and the music
really grown since last week, guys.
I have grown emotionally since last week. No, but I learned a lot about my opinions on things. Wow. And I was mad the whole time.
Yeah.
Because I was just like,
welcome to my world.
I was like, dude, I'll say, you know what? Let's start off as 2 hot takes.
2 hot takes. Come on.
Quick one, Daft Punk, not a good band.
Nope.
Just not.
They're just pushing buttons.
But you gotta. No, I don't. It's not good. It's boring. You guys are dumb.
Yeah.
You guys like spectacle.
It's top.
And you like robots.
It's top tier video game menu music.
I mean, I'm sure the Tron soundtrack's great. I'm sure they're fun guys to hang out. Also, French. You pieces of shit. You like French people?
You're wearing the French colors, pal.
Fuck. No, but I was, so maybe we'll get into Daft Punk. I don't need to explain myself. Yeah. No, I gotta be honest, and you know me, I try to be very open-minded. I love it. I love finding out everyone's perspectives, and then I find out which are stupid. Yeah. And I gotta go. The whole electronic music community needs to fucking chill.
Yeah, stop.
It's like, it's fine.
You're allowed to have a good time, but stop acting like it's good.
But like you know what it is? Like I was realizing this with.
I'm here to yuck your yum.
Oh yeah, I don't even gotta do nothing. I'm letting you know your yum is yucky.
Your yum yucks.
Your yum sucks.
Your yum yucks, brother.
You got a yucky yum.
Yeah, yuck.
Yuck your yum. Drag the Lake.
Should call it yuck.
Drag the Lake. Yucking yum since 2020. No, it's Daft Punk pissed me off because it reminded me there's these type of pop bands. There's pop bands and then there's bands that get popular, And it's the one, a lot of the ones that get popular are the ones that are just as bad and vapid as the pop bands, but you just have an army of like Foo Fighters level mental functioning fans that go like, no, you just don't understand. You don't understand why it's so complex and so deep and interesting. I go, no. I think you don't understand that you're easily distracted by jingling keys. That's what's going on with you.
Yeah. And like it's and if we may, jingling keys is lovely every once in a while. I enjoy it from time to time, but it ain't my shit.
I'm glad you brought that up.
It ain't my shit though.
I'm glad you brought that up because I also personally, now, like I said before,
I'm a jingler.
like. Baby, when I see those keys moving, I go,
I jingle.
What I go, Mom, chill. Mom, slow down.
But then after a while, I go like,
it's just keys, though.
Where's the laser pointer?
Okay, well, do something else. Stop jingling the keys.
Yeah.
No, honestly, too, though, it's not even anything personal with like Dat Pump.
Yeah.
What?
Dat Pump?
Did I look up the wrong band?
Dat Pump?
Da Pump?
Dat Pump?
You know what? I was at the gym getting Da Pump. That's what I was
little
mad
Uzi
at.
Pump?
I was just at the gym going, you're still fat. No, it's honestly at the end of the day, it's not even anything personal with Daft Punk.
Right.
Although, actually, you know what? No, some of it. No, it's just.
I really love the roller coaster here.
It's just because it goes back and forth who I'm fucking mad at.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that it's like everyone I've always talked to over the years, it's always like, dude, Daft Punk are legends.
Yeah.
They're so creative. And I'm just, I say this, I'm Pusha T of the podcast. I am
cocaine.
I sell cocaine and work for Adidas.
Cocaine and cocaine accessories.
That would be the way I sold coke. I got, what do y'all need? I got cocaine and cocaine accessories.
Do you need a crack pipe?
It's why I love Pusha T so much. Pusha T's a hater, but he's a learned hater. He figures out he's not just like, yeah, fuck that guy. He figures out specifically why you fucking suck ass.
Beauty and a measured hater.
And dude, I was listening to a bunch of Daft Punk, and it's just like, it's all fine.
Yeah.
It's literally just like, here's a drum beat. Now here's the bass part.
Yeah.
Now, what if there was a little hi-hat? And no more hi-hat.
Yeah.
Now what if there was a cymbal? Now there's not. What if we did a little jangly guitar? Now there's not.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But you just get these, it's the same problem with dubstep, the electronic music community in general, and I'm a fan of a lot of bands that have electronic elements, and I think there's a bunch of great it's the fan base that goes to the festivals, and they're just like, they'll take a bunch of fucking and they'll have fun, and they don't. It's the fact that they don't just go, this is my fun little thing.
Right.
It's the fact that they've heard 8 bands, and now they're being like, this is the epitome of music. And you're like, it's fine. All of it is fine. I don't know. It drives me up a goddamn wall. Daft Punk really pissed me off this week.
There was friends of mine that went to, and this is the thing. It kind of like this. Like I would never think to, and that's not a criticism of you. Like just because I don't think of Daft Punk in general, but I would never think to like rally against Daft Punk unless I'd been exposed to somebody going like, no. Here's why they're the best. I go like, stop.
No, like
they're your favorite.
Yeah,
they might be the best at this thing, but they're not. It's like certain things where like I go like I'm not here to yuck your yum until I delve into it and I go like, what's going on? Like what?
That's where I was. It's when you start looking into it. It's like oh, they've broken the best selling records on every album. If you look up top 500 greatest albums of all time, they're always in the top 10 or 20. Yeah. It's things like that where I go, can we stop pretending?
Yeah.
It's like electronic music is fun, but it's and I say this as a guy who used to play instruments a bunch. Like I used to play the drums pretty regularly, and I've learned over time it's not that fucking hard to figure out how to do some of this shit. And like Daft Punk's even on a level where it's like I don't know. But I mean, I don't want to. There's a lot of talented people in there. I'm not just going to say it's easy, but I'm saying it's like the musicality of it. It's like I look at it from this way. There's no band I'm like specifically mad at. I just go. I look at the people listening to it. I go, there's so much more for you out there.
Yeah.
You don't. Daft Punk's not where you stop, and you're like, wait. And I listen to a little bit of every album, and I just go. And then you remember how their music videos are real stylistic, and they're like all futuristic, and they're robots. And you're like, is it just because they put on robot outfits?
Yeah,
is it
like
just because they're shiny and they put on robot outfits?
I wonder
and
about that
Pharrell
guy.
co-signs them.
That one guy that throws cake on everybody. That fucking
Steve Aoki.
yeah. Like it's like, what is he? What's he doing?
Yeah.
He's playing like it's just well produced music. It's just well produced music, but like it's a well produced playlist essentially. Like it's a
Yeah.
well produced like performance. Yeah, sure. You have visuals, you have other things, but it's also like I don't know. Like at a certain point, it's again you can say that it's your favorite thing, but to just go like there's so much other and there's like so much more of that in other musics and other things. There's other like it's way more aggressive, obviously. But like go see Rammstein. You know what I mean? They're popular
Yeah, I don't.
and
I
they're
don't,
fucking crazy.
I don't care for Rammstein, but
Me neither.
they're a better experience than that.
There's so
It's-
much else like you like the experience. It's not an experience. That's the thing. It's something that's being masked as an experience. You're going to a fucking. It's essentially they're doing like these low key fucking sphere traveling shows where they're going around. They're just going up to a bunch of drugged up hippies.
Yeah.
It's my argument with the drug chug bands like Tool and stuff like that. When people would go like, yeah, but they're visuals, and you go there and you're high on fucking mushrooms or LSD, and you're like,
Such a great point.
and you're like, okay, so it's the experience.
if someone asks
You're having
you,
a lovely experience at these shows, but it's the band is just the back, like that's the background.
okay, so what's your favorite band between the Buried and Me?
Like
Like a band like that,
yeah,
a la
yeah,
Tool.
yeah. Oh yeah.
If I were to say what's your favorite thing about Between the Buried and Me?
I
What
love-
are they the best at?
I would say their music, their composition.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
you go to a Tool fan, they're like, dude, the visuals you get when you like they talk about the broad experience, and you're like, stop.
Yeah.
If if someone asked me why I love if someone asked me why I love Protest the Hero, I'll just go like, yeah, if you listen to the intro to Blood Meat, it'll knock your fucking dick off.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not saying about like the fucking it's these people who are worried about like the vibe. We talk about vibe. Vibe's super important.
Yeah.
It's these things that have been it's the same shit that why all the like hype beast fashion stuff gets popular.
Yeah.
It's the personality that's been pre-subscribed to this experience.
Yeah.
They think that's my problem with like electronic music. Like Daft Punk is bestowed this coolness upon them that everyone else feels cool when they experience Daft Punk. So that's why Daft Punk's cool. It all just feels like fake, like it's built on a house of cards. Because if you really just sit there with the music, you're like, you know, you hear like, I will say, what's the move it? Stronger, faster, often doing stuff. That one's fun. Everything else is just like around the world, around the world, around the world, around, and they just like do that. There's another one where it's just like a driving drum and bass part, and then it's boom, 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 and you're like, what is this? This
Brother,
isn't anything, man.
There is a thing with I would go to weird way to start a sentence. I understand this, but when I was young in Florida, I would go to gay bars a lot, and I would go to like they would pump dance music.
They had great chili, is what it was.
Honestly, just the company. I just enjoyed the company of the men. But there's like essentially there would be
Wasn't
like
it the free beer?
yeah, it was a lot of times it would be like the bartender from the place that I'd normally hung at would work at a different bar and be like, come on over. I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, don't worry, you're fine. And I'd just be like, okay. And I come over, but the music that they're playing was terrible.
Yeah.
And it's just all the same. Like it's like so like I and a lot of times I'm looking at they're playing like music videos and stuff like that on the walls on projectors and stuff like that, and it's like these people that I'm like, who the fuck is this person?
You go up to the DJ, and you're like, do you know Goldfinger?
Can you play like literally anything like with like distortion on or it's like because they're blending the beats together and they're putting the music like it's well produced their playlist with their playlist of music videos. But it's just this thing that's going, and it's just this constant loop of this like boom 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 boom
Yeah.
boom 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 boom, and it's just but it's like different songs, and you're like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
You're using the exact same music, and it's just different. But
Well,
it's
it's-
and they're all very talented people. So like, it's so weird. The pop music field, the people that are put on these pedestals
Well,
are
so-
not that much more dynamic than the people that are the lesser known, or the people that are like, I don't know if these are up and coming people, like they know all the deep cuts of pop that I don't know, or if these are like classic songs. I have no idea.
It's
I'm not familiar with these songs at all.
It's because broadly speaking, I've noticed this. Like the people who are into pop music, they're into the aesthetic and the general story they're being told. So it's like Taylor Swift's like the best example, where it's like she's just telling you like she's telling her fans all this shit, and they just eat it the fuck up. They don't pay attention to like anything about her personal life, where like she's a nasty fucker if you try to like, you know, there was like stories where there's like stories where
I remember we covered a couple different Taylor Swift stories.
she's not like I don't think she's evil.
No.
I just think she's like your standard
Celebrity.
money making celebrity and shit like that. But they like buy into like the down home girl. It's like, brother, she hasn't been that girl since the second album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they just lock in on the fucking thing because I that's what I was realizing about why shit gets popular. Shit gets popular when you give someone a pre-established personality. And all of these pop stars that are gigantic, they have that for you. It's not overt, but like being a fan of Daft Punk gives you a specific type of personality.
Yeah.
Being a fan of Taylor Swift, being a fan of Beyonce, all these people who none of them are even like that bad, but every single one I listen to, I go, there's a better version of this for every single mainstream artist. It's the people don't want to, I don't know what the fuck it is. People don't want to make decisions for themselves.
Yeah.
They want someone to go, I got you. Just do this, you'll be good. And that's what these pop acts do for people. They go, you just do this, you'll be good.
Yeah.
And it's not true. They just want to feel like it's true.
The thing that sucks about most like pop acts, in my opinion, is the fact that they age out of existing, or not even just relevance, but just the fact that like after a while, but there's only the same positions available.
Yeah.
There's like the alt girl that's actually popular.
Yeah.
And it was like at one time it was Pink. That was
Yeah.
like, whoa, she's edgy, but she's a pop star? What?
Yeah, she's
and then
like-
there's the Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson has kind of been like up for debate. I feel like there hasn't necessarily been that level. Like he is top tier, but like the Madonna, then it's like, oh, now it's Britney Spears. Okay, oh, now it's this person. Like they're just all replaceable slots that
You know
they
why-
just take this person out. Okay, now it's a new generation. Now this is that person.
You know why I think that is?
And they literally just, oh no. And then it was Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And Lady Gaga literally did a song that was like Madonna sued her for plagiarism. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's crazy because it's just
you know what's funny with that?
how dare you? Because you plagiarized that from the bitch before you dumbass.
You know what's funny with that is one of the current pop stars, her name's like Olivia Rodriguez, I think.
Yeah.
She
did that to Paramore,
She
right?
got sued by Paramore.
Yeah.
You know what I think that is why a lot of these groups like phase out is going back to the different type. There's pop stars and there's bands that got popular.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people don't like them, justifiably so. That's why bands like Imagine Dragons and Coldplay have still stayed relevant with their audiences.
Yeah.
Because
And Nickelback.
Coldplay has been, what'd you say?
And Nickelback.
And Nickelback.
Yeah.
Coldplay and Imagine Dragons have been writing Coldplay and Imagine Dragons music the whole time.
Yep.
The reason someone like Katy Perry was the biggest star in the world. Now people like laugh at her. And you know why? It's because Katy Perry, she writes pop music. She doesn't
Brother.
write Katy Perry
Yo,
songs.
that's such a great point. Can I just
Absolutely.
I'm going to expand on that. Sugar Ray changed their sound to fit the pop mold.
Those are the
and
bands
it
that
didn't
fizzle.
last long.
Those are the bands that
They
fizzle.
burn hot, but they fizzle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they end up going out because like something like Nickelback can be like
They're like the steam on a fajita plate. Like, wow, it must be real hot. You're like, they just spray water on it.
Yeah, it's just noise. It's just all show. But somebody like Nickelback is the fajita platter. They're like, don't touch that. We'll give you a special little mitt and a little wooden thing to set them on, because they're just always consistent. That's been the same over the years and years and years and years. Is Nickelback has always played Nickelback songs, and they got popular playing Nickelback songs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and like it's really interesting to do, and I feel like that's where Offspring is the same way too, because they've always been Offspring. They did end up changing into a shitty band that was still popular.
Well, they got fucked because they like started a style that everyone stole, and it got played out.
Yeah.
That's how they got fucked.
But there's that's such a great point, because if you are being true to yourself and stuff like that, that's why I think Metallica was able to get popular playing such like they were a thrash band that ended up putting out the Black Album that became so wildly popular. They made metal more popular.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's crazy, because it's a thing where you're like, holy shit, they were still being true to themselves, but they were still thrash. They were still a thrash band, but they were still growing as a band and all this other shit. Like, it's nuts to but they were always playing Metallica songs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that's
whether you
point.
like them or not, whatever album you like or dislike, it's always a Metallica album.
Yeah,
like if you Katy Perry's a great example. I remember I never noticed it till I remember she put out that song with Juicy J.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's now going down. And it was like a dubstep song.
Yeah.
I remember being like, I was looking for some reason. I decided to look through old Katy Perry shit, and like I Kissed a Girl. I Kissed a Girl is literally like a rock song.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh, this bitch just shifts to whatever the current thing is.
And that's, yeah.
You know what her first song got popular?
Huh.
I was just looking this up, and this will go into another point I'm about to make, because I do get, everyone always, like the way you just laughed, everyone always laughs at me because it's like, you know a lot about like shit you don't like. Yeah. And I go, yeah, that's...
Well, no, it was just the sentence. I delved into Katy Perry stuff. Like that stuff. It was like, I've never even thought of of delving into Katy Perry's.
Well, no, that's why I get... Well, no, it actually goes back to a thing we were talking about, No More Heroes, is like, it comes from me believing in myself. And I was like, no. I know I have good taste in music. And I go, there has to be, it's like the conspiracy part of my brain. I go, what's the other reasoning why this shit's popular and the shit I like is not popular?
Yeah.
And it's like, so I get obsessive. Yeah, that's the short version of it.
Yeah.
But I get obsessive over why these pop bands are popular. And I go, it's more than just, it's so much more than just that it's like, oh, it's good. It's like, you know, and I was looking into the Katy Perry. I forget where I was fucking going with this. But yeah, that's why I delve into Katy Perry's back catalog, because I just get obsessive over things I don't like that don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But no, and then so that was funny. I was talking about it on a Big Red in the Morning stream, and I just started to go listen to like all this like shitty pop music and stuff like that, and I started realizing like 2005 to like 2015 may be the worst era of popular music there ever was. Yeah. And it's because, so I was going through the time periods. 80s pop music fucking rips. It's like Phil Collins, Hall & Oates. I mean, even we were making fun of Madonna. Her, right? Even like Madonna back in the day wrote some really good music. And then you start to get into the 90s. The 90s still has a connection to like real bands writing the full song. But then the 90s is when everything started to shift, where it would be like one guy in Sweden wrote half the pop songs on the radio that year.
Yeah.
And then with the early 2000s, that's when everyone starts incorporating all these like synthesizers and MIDI devices and stuff that makes the production process 10 times easier. So you don't have to be a guy who's been in the record industry who knows how to play instruments. Now you can just be a guy who boop, boop, boop on your little fucking keyboard, and you can have a big hit. You won't have longevity, but you can have a big hit. And because they don't have that wealth of music knowledge to kind of like, because like we'll joke, like if you go back and listen to like a Backstreet Boys song, you're like, haha, it's dumb pop music, but it has so much more heart and soul than the shit from like '05 to 2015, because like it's everyone using electronic music that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, musically speaking, and it's literally like, it makes me feel the same way like when you see like an AI picture where you're like, this looks like a picture, but I know a fucking computer made it, so it just has no soul to it. And that was always the thing that would like, I always felt like I was being a fucking dickhead, but that was what always drive me crazy about, because I have a personal experience with it, because I was working in a kitchen at a chain restaurant at the time. So like we had to listen to the music that was going out. We had an open air kitchen, so we couldn't play our own music. So we had to listen to the restaurant's music.
Yeah.
So I'm just listening to like all this like dog shit, like LMFAO, Katy Perry, stuff like that. And the thing that would always get me, it's like, it's not just that it's like simple, it's soulless.
Yeah.
You go back, you listen to like, the one that was getting me today, I've been listening to it a bunch. The Phil Collins song was like Studio.
Yeah.
You're like, you listen to that, and like part of you goes like, man, I think you really wanted to fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
But like you hear this and you go, man, Katy, Katy Perry really sounds like you sang the song the way they told you to sing it.
Yeah, and I think also like even with that aspect being with like certain other bands, they may do covers or have other songwriters or producers help or something like that. I get it, but it's definitely not as, like you said, it's not as soulless as like written. You know, it's this many producers, it's this many things. Like even something like, okay, Taylor Swift wrote her own songs. Like I don't know. She didn't play all the instruments. She didn't fucking do all, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
she probably wrote the lyrics and strummed her guitar a little, and then a bunch of people with a shit ton of money were like, we got it from here, Taylor.
yeah, and I don't think, and I'm not saying that I'm not saying she's not talented. I'm not saying anything like,
But I don't want to get doxxed.
But I'm saying also like the thing with like Phil Collins is like he was a vocalist that was also the percussionist.
Yeah.
Not a percussionist, the percussionist. He was the drummer. So it's like a thing of like he was legitimately talented.
Yeah, and pop bands from that era were also more like a band.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is like they're playing, like that's the thing is like you can play pop music.
Yeah.
You can, but like it got to a point where it became so easy to just have it be like a track, and then just the pop music became just the actual and again, that's the soulless nature of it, is it's just this replaceable thing that's not like, where our connection with bands is like our personal connection with the music, like that person brought to his friends. They wrote music to it. You know what I mean? Like there was
a conversation. What if you do this here? What if you do that there?
Right. Like that. It was all a choice of like that thing of like every aspect of it. Like in maybe it sounds the same or it sounds similar to even something like a pop rock band or a rock band that got popular, but it's still a thing where you're like I don't know, man. Like that's way more substantial than, again, somebody going like, why don't you sing this song? And then be like, kind of sounds like Paramore. Like, I don't know. We'll just make a bunch of money and we'll just deal with the lawsuits.
Well, yeah. And
who gives a fuck?
You know that happened.
It'll get you popular, and then you can do.
They were like,
single.
this kind of sounds like Misery Business. Like, shut up. And then the legal people were like, well, if we make a bunch of
they're
money,
not even trying anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's not even. There is no soul in it because their argument or their construction of it, I guess, is just completely soulless. There's no. It's just a thing of like, we know the song's popular.
Well, you know,
go ahead and sing it. Like, well, why don't we just get the rights to that song and we can just cover that song?
Yeah, dude. You know what fucked me up? You know that dude Benny Blanco.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a fucking. He looks like a frog from a fantasy movie.
Yeah.
And fucking Selena Gomez lets him suck her in flame tits. I don't know why.
Crazy.
It's literally insane. Nothing personal. You just are the scariest person I've ever seen.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like he's another person. I think much like what we were talking about in the No More Heroes episode, like with Dax Shepard being like, who is this person?
Who keeps pumping? Who keeps
What is
promoting you?
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like I'm not saying that he doesn't have. I know that he has accomplishments, and I know that he has talents. I guess like he's a producer, right?
Well, his thing would always make me. Well, he's one of those guys, and I've said it before. I give Rick Rubin's the only one that gets the pass, but he's one of those dudes who's just like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to play instruments that much, and you're like, why are? But you know what it is? I think it's because where they're at with pop music now, and this is a thing I kind of want to explore. I legitimately think the way they write pop music now, mixed with the PR, or would it be PR or like the advertising department, the promotions department?
Yeah.
You take this, I genuinely think they've figured out a formula that you go like, people will hear this and respond in a way because we've trained them to think this is what popular music sounds like. And then you mix that with the promotions department hitting you with an absolute onslaught. Because like that was the thing I realized with Imagine Dragons. Now I'm not sitting here to be like, Imagine Dragons actually rips. But like, dude, I was listening to some of their shit on stream again. And I was like, listening to it like, dude, it's just because they're like, they look like hot guys and they're kind of mainstream and they've been in Target commercials and you've heard them 1,000 times. If you took a bunch of like random twinks from Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and just were like, play these songs, people would be like, oh shit, there's this new band really doing shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's the hate for Imagine Dragons came from, it's like, it's not even that the music's necessarily the worst music ever written. It's that we got assaulted with that band. But I think that's a part of the business strategy because there's a lot of people who are like, I need music. Who does music? And the first thing they see is Imagine Dragons. They're like, okay, I guess that's the music for me.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of these bands get popular. They figure out a simple formula that feels nice. They create lyrically, all the songs lyrically are very vague, so you can anyone can transpose their life experience onto the song. And then you mix that with just the fact that it's like the onslaught of it from an advertising standpoint creates a fake level of validation to people.
Yeah, I would say, and the thing that I think is, I think I still really love pop music made by bands.
100%.
I do too. Like that, like, or even like pop songs individually and stuff like that. But it's because I like the whole song. It's not, you know what I mean? Or it's not necessarily just the artist, but like there's a band, Lucius, that I really like.
Okay.
That I would say. So this is the conflict is like, they're really more of a folk band, technically, I guess, but they also play like pop music and they also play kind of like indie music, and they kind of fit a lot of different like genres. They kind of fill a lot of like so I don't know if they check a lot of boxes is what I'm saying, but that would be a thing that like they write really good pop music.
Yeah.
Whether they are a folk band or indie band or whatever they may be.
Yeah.
For real, or whatever they feel they are. They are like a great pop band in the sense that they use electronic elements, they use, you know, regular like drums, they use beats, they use samples, they use all that other shit, but they also have like incredible voices. And it reminds me a lot of those like old like dance songs that I was like hearing in like those like gay places, to be like, oh shit, like that's like you can have like such a power, like 90s pop music, in my opinion. Like you were saying 80s, but like I feel like 90s pop music was like perfect, but it was a lot of pop R&B.
I think
pop R&B is kind of like the the sweet spot.
Pre-boy bands and shit like that, I would agree with you.
Like Tony
'Cause
Braxton, like shit like that. Like
I legitimately think, yeah, oh yeah. But I think, yeah, before the 2000s,
yeah,
the popular music was compared to the not popular music was better than it is now. Like if you go back and you just go like, what were the top 100 songs of the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s?
yeah.
On average, they're gonna be better than anything post 2000, in my opinion.
so,
well,
like-
with the I gotta show love to new metal, but you know what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying is like it's in general like and then the pop music after that became Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, and it's just like you're just like speaking of slots. But like and then like Jessica Simpson, and then you're like 98 Degrees, and then you're like all these other things like with like you
O-Town.
you start mixing in all these other ones where you're like, wait, are you saying like so it's like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, O-Town,
Yeah.
90, you know what I mean? You're like they're all this, like you can't, and then you're just like then there's somebody that's like a huge Backstreet Boys fan that's gonna be like, you like O-Town? You're like calm down, bitch. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's a weird thing where you, because they're different things, but they're the same.
Yeah.
They're the exact same thing. So like it's not like a necessarily like they just have their guy that they're the songs that they bought, because that's the other thing is they're buying the songs from the same fucking guys. They just
Yeah.
bought the better songs.
Didn't the same fat guy wrote the NSYNC and Backstreet Boys songs?
I think NSYNC, Backstreet
Or
Boys,
he was like
and,
the same manager.
and like one other. I feel like
well, that's actually there's a really good.
I was gonna
there's-
say I think it's Lou Pinella, but I was like I think he was a baseball. I think he was a baseball manager.
That's hilarious. I think it was no. There's a docs. there's
Wade
like,
Boggs. That's who it was. That was the
King Griffey Jr. There's a it's like a 6 or 8 part series on Netflix called This Is Pop, and there's a really good episode. And like I was joking before, it's like 6 guys in Sweden wrote all the like pop songs of the early 2000s, and it's
Yeah.
like that's kind of like I kind of mean that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why
It's not that big of an
everything
exaggeration.
everything starts to become a formula, because it's just like, yeah, just give me another fucking one. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh, they're like, oh wait, what do you want? Do you want Billboard Top 100? Do you want what? Do you want number one hit? What do you-
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
there was another thing too. If there was a thing about Daft Punk I forgot to shit on them about.
Oh, good.
No, because it's like, and I say this as
Get him, Andy.
I've been getting big into Pusha T lately, so I've been listening to a lot of Pharrell beats, and I got no beef with Pharrell. I
Right.
think he's like, as a hip hop and rap producer, honestly too, as a rap, I wish he rapped more. He's a really good rapper. But it's like when I see the whole like Pharrell and Daft Punk, and that was like the thing too, when it's like you say all this like, there's all this like rigmarole about the band and the legacy and the spectacle and all this shit, and then it's just like, then you'll be like, oh yeah, their last album, which was like the one of the highest chart topping albums ever, and then it's like, what's the big hit? You're like, oh, Get Lucky, and it's just like, it's all the bullshit fake tricks they do in a fucking pop song,
Yeah.
where you go like, oh yeah, we're kind of doing a disco-y funk song, but that's not really the era.
Yeah.
And also, Pharrell, he's doing a falsetto. And I got to be honest, if you're not fucking Passion Pit, the falsetto is just cheap bullshit to make like a fucking normie go, oh, that's really like, that's a big deal what you're doing.
I
It's
haven't
like,
heard anybody like that since the Bee Gees.
yeah, and it's just
You're
like, no, it's just because Pharrell can't sing.
yeah.
Like, that's why he's doing that the whole time. It's not, if you can sing a little bit, the falsetto's really fucking easy to do.
Yeah.
That's what people don't fucking realize. But it's just like, the thing that was that was the real thing that was getting me about Daft Punk. It's not even like, hey man, nothing personal. It's just tricks upon tricks.
Hey, Daft Punk, get off your high horse.
Yeah.
You've had it too good for too long. Daft Punk, it's time to take you down a peg or two, you fuck.
They really have, though.
Or fucks. It was
They
two
really
of them?
kind of had, what?
It's two of them, right?
French Fox, yeah.
French fucks.
French Fox?
Hey, puis-je au toilette, huh?
Yeah. Omelette du fromage. Up your ass.
French fries? Can I did you order French fries? Can
That's
I get some?
ours.
Yeah, freedom fries. Please.
We get French fries.
So
Yeah, no,
we didn't
that
really
was-
build a pop band this
What?
week. We didn't really build a pop
Oh
band.
yeah, we
this
didn't
week.
do the thing we were gonna say.
We're going back to the old model.
Yeah, whoever wrote those songs for NSYNC, I think he's dead now.
Lou Pinella.
Lou
Nope.
Gehrig's
Nope.
disease.
Damn, I can't think of another manager.
No, I'm trying to. There was
I couldn't think of one other baseball
What were you
manager.
saying earlier too about like the actual bands? I don't know. There was something too with the actual bands thing that I was just like, yeah, that's always like. I think we kind of went over that. That's also like the key to like what would always be good in those realms is the bands.
Well, like something like No Doubt, where like part of the band was them kind of trying to split up the band.
yeah,
Like that was like a whole thing. That kind of became part of their storyline of like, you can, this is great, but like she's the winner of like, I don't know, like the band's pretty good, and you can still be I would consider them being a pop ska band. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like for at least for the first couple albums for sure.
The first
and then
album or
they
two.
actually did split away, and then she was a pop. She had a pop success after that. The bananas and whatnot.
yeah,
So they
with all the bananas
with all the bananas
and the
then-
Asian sex slaves.
and then she could literally come back to like arenas with No Doubt and be like,
Yeah.
we'll do either No Doubt or I'll come out and I'll do bananas. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like literally they could fill arena, and that's, to me, that's impressive. Like that to be the leader of us. Like who would have thought a ska artist would fill an arena?
You think No Doubt's doing arenas?
I've seen them in an amphitheater.
No more questions.
Does that count?
Pat, I have ended my inquiry.
Not even half full. Well, actually, no, wait. No, we were late to that. So, and we missed, actually, you know who we missed there? Paramore on tour with them.
Oh, really?
That's a great lineup.
That's not a bad line. I'd go see No Doubt if they did full band stuff.
It was good.
Even
what I
even
remember.
even at their poppiest, like,
Did we see that show?
are you just making this whole
No,
thing
no, no.
up?
I remember we could hear it because it was an amphitheater. We were like in traffic, like next to the amphitheater.
Yeah.
So we could hear that we were missing the show.
Yeah,
That really pissed me off, but I can't remember if we actually made it in the show or
that's
not.
crazy, dude. Going.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I think I said everything I need to say. I just was so. I thought this was gonna be like a fun little thing. And then
I
by
really-
the end of it, I was like,
is awful.
mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, it made.
I really didn't want to record today.
Because I thought.
I hated this. I hated this so much, and I think I was the one that suggested it.
Well,
So-
you know what's funny is I thought people who talked like us, or at least how I did today, I thought people who talked like that about pop music, it's just like, oh, they're just an easy target. You're being a fucking loser.
Yeah.
And then I was like, now I got to give it to the cunts.
Yeah.
They're right. Like it's
drab.
well, no, it's like any of that
It's
shit.
dribble.
Yeah, I'm turning into the punk rock Seinfeld character.
Yeah.
That's why I was like joking. I was like, you were like, wow, you did really, or you said it. Then the dude who makes him said it. They're like, you did really good on that. And I was just like, I don't like how easy it was me to get into the pretentious cunt character.
Yeah. How do I identify with this character that's a insufferable cunt?
Insufferable cunt about music. And then when you find out his favorite band, you're like, where do you get off?
Yeah. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Where the fuck do you get off? Yeah, no, it just like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely plenty of, because there are some.
I was gonna get you wrong. I wanted to let you know, but now I'm not going to. So I appreciate you letting me know.
No, I mean, like, there's I'm happy you're giving me that.
I honestly, Andy, I was like in the middle of this. I'm like, I think I'm about to get this guy
I'm
wrong.
about to completely
And when you let me know not to, Andy,
I'm about to completely not understand this guy.
here it is. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna get you right.
No, I was not prepared for how much I was gonna be like, oh, this is like a problem on the world.
Yeah.
This is like it's bad that this stuff is it's bad that this is how it is. It's not just like oh yeah, the popular stuff's whatever, and then dude, like there was like I just think about, I saw a thing go around Twitter because there was this hardcore band. They're very good. They're called I think they're called the number four Blood, they were having like trouble with their van, and it was a whole thing, and they were losing money, and it was getting like really expensive. So they were trying to be like, guys, can you just please pre-order T-shirts so we can make it to these next couple shows? And you think about, now they're a small band. I think they're like 1,100 a month on Spotify. But like you think about all these other bands that are like even a little bit bigger than them, and how hard it is for all these fucking bands. Like I was listening to a podcast with that band I was telling you about, Cosmic Joke. That dude, he was in a ska band back in the day, and he was going over the whole like Warped Tour schedule and how absolutely fucking brutal. If you were a touring Warped Tour band that wasn't like main stage, that had a fucking van,
yeah.
how utterly brutal it is. And it's like, these are the people writing the real music. Not to sound like a pretentious cunt, but I am. These are the people who like are putting in the real work, writing the real music, and you're just like, oh yeah, no, fucking, you got Taylor Swift taking advantage of her fans because they're all fucking mindless drones, and it's like I love seeing the statistics where it's like, you know, Taylor Swift sold the most vinyl, and it's like, it doesn't matter what she sold. If she goes, I have a thing, people's like, well, how many versions of it can I get? How many can I buy of that? And and you're like, it's just. You know what it was? I didn't fully appreciate how much of the shit in the music industry is actually just getting in the way of real artists.
Yeah, so I think that's the thing of like the issue is, and this is why I feel like this is even consistent with us talking about most of, like when we talk about a lot of the genres that we talk about, or the bands that we talk about, or anything like that, it's always with the sense that like it's, for the most part, the cunts in those genres are like, we're like, take it easy, like
calm
down. But like when something like when they're like, this is like, God damn it, I always forget the name of the band that everybody points to, like that everybody's been saying, Sleep Token,
the metal band, metal band,
and everybody's like, this is, it's crazy how popular this metal band's getting. And I'm like, guys. There's so many other better metal bands. And please stop doing this, but that's the thing, is they're doing it. So I would have to assume that the pop music that we're talking about. Hey, Chloe, how's it going? Chloe's on.
Oh shit! The rare Chloe appearance.
Hey, baby girl, sweetheart. So like every once in a while, there's like a version of like a band that will like release music. You want to come on, baby. There's
you want to be on the pod, Chloe?
There's still like pop. So, and I think the Killers would be like one of those bands, or even I would say the Strokes. Maybe we got like a whole genre wrong at one point, where like those are the pop bands.
Yeah,
those are pop bands. Yeah. Like that's a pop band. They're not rock. You know what I mean? Like they're not. It's not like Wolfmother.
There's like pop. There's pop and popular.
Right.
And I think the Killers are a popular band. The Strokes are a popular band.
Yeah.
I just found out recently though about the Strokes is there is a little bit of like, and I've defended Nepo babies because I'm always like, yeah, you're gonna put on your own. Like but at the same time the Strokes got a head start, but they stayed there because people genuinely love them.
And that's what I'm saying. So the reason pop music is a scourge is because pop music became the whole genre.
It became an industry.
Became those replaceable slots. Like literally those things where you're literally
slots.
Yeah, all those slots out there. Whether it be the back or the front.
That was the thing I realized. Yeah. Like,
you know what I mean? That's why it's a scourge, because metal could still consist. There's mainstream metal bands, and then there's like other ones. That's why I'm like saying, stop calling this a metal band. Like we got our popular ones, and we got our fucking underdogs.
That's the difference between like the dog shit out there, and it's like fuck, I don't even know who the fucking pop stars are now, but like
Dua Lipa.
Yeah, like, you know, or I'll just go the ones I know more so. Like if you heard a Jessica Simpson song, and you know she's beautiful, so I got no beef with her. But like
Kelly Clarkson's she's country.
Any of those pop singers back in the day, like Jessica Simpson, Kelly Clarkson, who's the one who gets fat and not fat all the time?
Christina Aguilera?
No, she keeps it tight. Any of those?
God damn it, Kesha?
No,
she's pretty awesome.
Yeah, she looks like she smells.
She's like a goth pop broad.
Kesha's hot.
Not goth. I don't know, whatever.
Kesha's hot, but she looks like she smells.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she just because she always anyway.
I also think she probably looks like she smells.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where
But no, it's like there's a lot of these pop acts where you go, it's like, yeah, if they didn't take that song,
yeah.
anyone else could just take that
Yeah,
song.
like literally,
That was
somebody else could pick that up and just and go away
I
with
remember
it.
the other thing I was gonna say. I forget the name of the podcast, but it if you're into how the music industry works, I watched a bunch of clips from it. That dude Benny Blanco. I don't know the name of the podcast, but the guy who hosts it looks like he looks like a non-binary Andy Milonakis.
Got it.
And he's interviewing Benny Blanco, and the whole time Benny Blanco is like, "Oh, like he's bringing up the original recordings of all these pop songs he wrote for people," and he'll be like, "Do you want to?" He's like, "Do you want to hear the demo of Moves Like Jagger?" And the guy's like, "Sure." And he pulls it, and he pulls the demo of Moves Like Jagger up, and I go, "That's the song.
It's just a song.
You just gave them the song." It's like, no, and then we like got in the studio and we really reworked it. I go, "Yeah, by having Adam Levine sing on it."
Yeah.
You didn't. And I was like shocked at how many times he would play the music, and I go, "That's just the song."
Yeah.
So it's like if you get a whole different group of people playing Mr. Brightside, that's not the song then.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you were talking about Sleep Token. You bring that up. Yeah, the guys you hired can play all those fucking parts, and then you could take any dickhead that goth sings and just have him sing those songs.
Right.
It's like that's the difference. It's like the pop music that fucking sucks ass that needs to just get out of here is the shit that it's like, yeah, some random dickhead wrote this and literally anyone he gives it to can do this.
Yeah. And I think a pop is relative, you know what I mean? But there's like for the most part, it really became synonymous with boy groups, girl singer groups, or like shit like that. And now I think it's just kind of in general, it kind of morphed into like mainstream rap, mainstream country, mainstream everything is just the same every once in a while. So it's like Bill Murray kind of showed that, like where they're just like a newer kind of a country. They're the country sound with like the.
Yeah, when they first came out, they got what would people
edge.
call it? Y'alternative or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was true when they first came out. I think they've sort of stepped out where they're just like, no, we just write very approachable like pop rock music.
Yeah.
That, and I don't know if people notice it. The genius of Bill Murray is like that's where you get the benefit of the old guitarist from Attack Attack being the lead singer of the band.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know this. I watched an interview. So he left Attack Attack at like fucking 19, by the way.
Yeah.
At the height of Attack Attack, he's 19. He's like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
So he went, and for like a decade, he just produced bands.
Yeah.
So he learned how to like produce music very well, and he wrote a bunch of this like cool pop music, and then he's like, but what if I recorded it like a metalcore band? And that's why Bill Murray's so fucking good.
Yeah, and that's so like there's definitely hope. I would say
Bill Murray's a pop band.
Like the merging together is what's becoming. It's like that kind of thing where it's like it's all kind of becoming the same thing. So like it's nice to know like it's not crazy anymore to be like, wait a minute, a black guy singing a country song, and then you're just like, and then wait a minute, did they just use a sample on it? Like, yeah, it's just,
everybody's used to all that shit.
It's
now.
just all everything's, and that's cool. But then it luckily leads to something like Bill Murray, where you're like, that's truly original new pop music.
Yeah, and I think
new pop rock.
Yeah, and this one's harder to sort of combat, but I think like it's why I know I'm like being a dick, but at the end of the day, if like all these bands I talked about were the bands that like when the festival lineup pops up, if all these bands I'm talking about, if they were everyone in the middle where you can like still kind of read the band's name, I would not give a shit about any of these bands.
But they're filling up.
They're the headliner, and they're like, but it's like those, and I'm like, that's when you realize, and this is the harder task to accomplish. It's on the fucking people.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's because it's like, if people were just more inclined to be like, just give me good music. and they weren't hyper obsessed with like what's the whole image you're giving me? What's this like fake sense of validity that this image is giving me as a fan? If they were less obsessed with that, and I think honestly there is a lot of stuff like I don't know, like Knock Loose is a great example. I love Knock Loose. I am still shocked they're as big as they are.
Yeah.
And there's a lot there. I will say there's more bands now that I'm shocked with their popularity than I would have been back in the day.
Shocked loose.
Shocked. Yeah. My shock got loose.
Damn.
I don't know. Damn.
Wow.
I can't
Shocked loose.
Can you believe I made that up, Andy?
I just feel like I think there's there's an element to where like things becoming popular. I think we were talking about this in between podcasts a little bit, but like things becoming popular, not before they're ready, but necessarily like maybe at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like a big thing. Yeah. A lot of times too, and
because
it's
they're like given this blessing that people sort of just they don't think, they just go like, oh, we've all determined this is valid, okay, and then it's like they don't actually take in the content.
I always got scared of, and I think the thing that freaked me out when I was younger about like a band I like becoming more popular. No, I'm not terrified of bears.
Oh yeah, you were at those gay clubs.
Yeah.
You were chilling.
Yeah, I love bears. They call me an otter. But there is
they
call me. The one guy did say like, I'm a chubby chaser, and I'm like, what are you telling me?
Just fuck me. Stop saying it.
Suck my dick.
You should make love to me. Stop saying all those mean things and fuck my ass.
But
my 60-year-old ass while I drink Bud Light.
Now I forgot what I was actually saying.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It was gone long before that.
Things you were afraid of?
Oh, of bands I like getting famous is because like they always like we called it selling out, but I always just feel like they got watered down.
Yes.
Like after a while, they just get so watered down, and it's like because when it gets popular, so like something like Knock Loose getting popular isn't. I have to fight that reflex of being like, God damn
it's just because you've seen it so many times.
Just because I know like the next one is just going to be this like featuring, blah blah blah.
Doja Cat.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's just like this cool, and you're like, I guess this, and I have to be supportive because it's like I wanted this. I wanted you to be.
Nah, well,
you know what I mean.
Don't,
like,
here's the thing, though.
I want you to be successful. I just don't want you to be. I don't need you to be popular. I want you to be successful.
Here's the thing, though. You don't have to be supportive because as much shit as like guys like Anthony Fantano get, because people pretend to hate Anthony Fantano because it's like, and I'm not even the biggest fan of his. Sometimes I fuck with him, sometimes I don't. But that's the nature of people giving their opinions every day on YouTube.
Yeah. You're not a Fantano.
No, that one. Wow. Damn. That one gets a damn. No, like the thing about like, don't get me wrong. Fantano. Sorry, were you trying to get me wrong?
No.
Okay. Good. I'm real worried about people getting me wrong. No, like Fantano definitely has some like fucked up. I love to always bring up the like. I think he gave like a Kendrick Lamar album a 7, and then he gave like a fucking Little Pump album a fucking 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Or he did that with Sexy Red. Sexy Red got like a 9. My favorite clip ever is like Joey Badass was doing an interview. He's a rapper. Joey Badass was doing an interview, and he was like, "Why'd you give my album such a low rating?" And Fantano goes through the explanation. And he's like, "Bro, didn't you say you cried while listening to it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You gave it a 6? I made you cry." Like, literally, the artist is saying, he's like, "I made you cry."
Yeah.
And I get a 6?
Yeah.
It's like, but at the same time, a dude, it's why people pretend to hate Anthony Fantano. He's an important part of the whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you need people like us who are like overly obsessive with the material to be like outspoken. To keep, to some degree,
kind of keep
people in check.
Yeah.
But the important part about our role, the important part about our role is to not use our powers for evil.
Right.
So that's why when you brought up Sleep Token, I I don't talk negatively like this unless I think it's important to.
Yeah.
That's why it's like when Sleep Token rolls around, I mean,
Stop calling them fucking metal. Just
it's a
stop
fucking
calling them
headache
metal.
because I know I'll get my fucking ass torn up in the comments, but I go, I'm sorry. For the sake of music still being good
not
and
metal.
people's perception of
Yeah.
it, it's important I say these things.
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah, dude, literally I was like, I heard Fantano talking about it. Like, SZA made a comment. Do you know SZA?
Mm-hmm.
SZA made a comment being like, yeah, she's like, it's in the back of my mind, like, being like, oh, is Fantano going to give my album a not that good?
Yeah.
And it's like, I get it. That's stressful
But that's
for
not
musicians.
where you should be making art. That's not the
True,
place you should be
that's
making
true.
art from. Like,
That's true,
like,
too.
The thing of like, if you're, then that means you're trying to be a popular artist. You're trying to be a pop artist.
Yeah.
Let's just say. And
But at
like,
the
that's
same-
what I'm saying is like,
Yeah.
you can be popular by being genuine and being true to yourself of like, don't worry about what he's going to say. Make the song you're going to make the fucking album you're going to make. And like, and hope that people connect with it. Like
And
that's the key.
The worst part, too, is if like you overthink that stuff and then it does come out bad. It's like you go from popular to like plopular. Damn. Damn.
So we're going back to albums.
Yeah.
We're tired of this shit.
This was, sometimes you try stuff
Hey,
and
you
then
know?
you realize you tried a dumb thing. And then you listen to pop music all week and you get
like,
fucking furious.
sad and
I got to
mad.
be honest, though. I'm happy about what I learned from this experience.
Yeah. I get it more. I understand it more, but I am also like, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
I get-
One more thing to clarify what I was saying about the Anthony Fantano stuff, because I hear what you're saying about like the artist worrying too much.
Yeah.
I think I want the artist to create in a very organic environment. You know, it's like they're all sensitive artists, so they're gonna be sensitive to what people like us say and shit like that.
Yeah.
For me, it's more about just arguing with the fans.
Yeah.
They're the ones I have the beef with.
I hate
The
fans.
Yeah, the fans are I have way more because it's like, dude, that's why it's like unless I genuinely fucking hate you, I try to talk pretty kind about most artists because I understand how hard they work and all that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I see it with rappers all the time. There's a million rappers who I go, I don't like their music, but I'm not going to shit on it too aggressively publicly because I see them. Perfect example, Lil Yachty. Not a big fan of his music. I've seen him in interviews. He seems like a fucking awesome dude.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, I just don't like his music.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But he seems like a cool, genuine dude. So it's like, I'm not going to be a fucking asshole. It's when I see someone like fucking, I don't know, like Machine Gun Kelly. That's when I take the time to be like, no, fuck that
Yeah.
guy.
Stop.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
You suck, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if I may, I do have a suggestion. I don't know if you're up for it or not.
Yeah.
I say we do American Motorsports by Bill Murray.
Bill Murray? I mean, that's an easy one for me.
Let's do it.
I love that one. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I
gotta pee again. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, well, no, this is appropriate for Bill Murray because they're
Yeah.
about cranking them hogs.
Cranking them hogs, baby.
Bill
I
Murray-
cannot wait to see them live.
I'll let you
One
take
day.
a piss in a second, but I am very excited to get into this because I think beyond just the album,
Yeah.
I think a fun thing to explore because you and me got into Bill Murray semi early, so we've been able to like experience like his rise is a new thing.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people with their opinions about it, and I think a lot of people are not 100%. Like they're kind of missing certain things. So I
Yeah.
think I'm very excited to not just talk about the album, but talk about the general rise of Bill Murray.
Yeah, yeah, the success and the glory.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. We did it.
Yeah.
Crank them hogs, baby.
Please don't take me wrong, guys.
Don't ever take him wrong.